morning in Palawan, and our hotel has this lovely ramp going out into the sea with this boat hotel or a restaurant at the end of it. Just take a look. Mornings couldn't have been so pristine. These are the mangroves, the quiet waters. They're pretty transparent actually. I can see the fish in here, and there's a beautiful sunrise. Just take a look. The view from the main restaurant deck is no less awesome. If you look all around you, there is this golden rays of the sun casting their beautiful warmth all over the place. And especially when they bounce off this wooden decor that this restaurant has, it's the most amazing sunrise you can ever experience. And check out this guy out here. He's the watchdog. He's from the local sea, and he's pretty much been there for about 2 years. Big guy with teeth. We are headed out to check out the first item on our list, which is the underground river. Our ride has arrived and we're headed right to that underground river, so stay tuned. Here's the thing, your guide will pitch Ugong Rock to you before you get to the underground river, and they will claim that there are huge queues waiting. Our guide, smart and extremely resourceful, did exactly that. But that was when we were really prepared for Ugong Rock. So a couple of pit stops later, we are headed straight to Ugong. We'll do the underground river immediately after that. The great part is they'll set you up with safety gear even before you enter any part of the adventures. That's me on that suspended bicycle. We are now entering the Ugong Rock, and the beauty about this place is that the rocks are hollow and they create a kind of an echo sound once you beat on them. And here our guide will show us what. So that's the Ugong sound, isn't that cool? Here's the beauty of these formations. If you see this structure out here that's continuing way through the cave, it's actually cut in through by water, and that's what the history is. Ugong Rock was once underwater, and this has to be flowing water because without flowing water it's not possible to have this kind of structure. This particular stone is also nicknamed cauliflower or broccoli, just because of the beautiful way in which it resembles that vegetable. Rock on the other side, it actually makes the sound of metal. And guys, this is rock. I'm always up for trying something new and exploring. My friends think I'm crazy, my wife thinks I'm crazy, but hey, you know what? I love being crazy. Check this out.
Okay, you ready? Okay, enjoy. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
We are done with our Ugong Rock adventure and a nice sumptuous Filipino lunch, and now we're heading to a wharf from where we'll take a boat which will take us to the underground river. We are having so much fun already that we cannot stop smiling even while we're on the boat to the underground river. There's this thing about Filipino tourism that I really appreciate. Your guides and any of these boatmen will not allow you to damage or break or even take away with you anything from these islands. They are extremely pro conservation, and And I think that's how the natural and pristine habitats are so beautifully preserved. So we're finally at the beach, and right in front of you is the start of the underground river. Now the good part is they will give you headphones with GPS enabled commentary that gives you a complete guide of what you're seeing and which direction you should look at. The boatman will provide his guiding light, which is his torch, and will also not speak but, right? It's absolute silence inside the caves. Also, there's lots and lots of bats in here, so do not look up and try and see where that sound came up unless you want something dropping in your mouth. They're looking to go inside that house. Wow, that's so crazy. Wow. I wouldn't want one of these crawling into my house. Look at this guy. They can be extremely fast once they decide to run. Until that, they look extremely slow. Now there's one of them who's already inside. Well, today I told Reshma that I'll block a special place for us. And here it is. It's a beautiful place which is out on a small jetty, and it overlooks the sea. And I'll take you there. It's got a nice wooden floor and surrounded by the ocean. Here's where Next morning we head out for a city tour of Puerto Princesa. The mornings on this Baywalk are extremely calm and pristine, but we'll come back later in the night for the buzz. We head to the World War II Museum, and then an amazingly beautiful place, Baker's Hill. I guarantee you this place will bring out the child in you. Just look around. Everywhere you see, this is anything and everything that you've ever dreamt of as a kid growing up in a fairy tale land. This is one place that you must visit if you're in Palawan and if you're with kids. It's not just the landscaping and the decor, they also have a zoo at the far end, and they have some very good viewpoints and amazing photo opportunities. If you are into getting that right picture, you'll get so many of those all over this place. And all of this is actually sitting on a brand which is Baker's Hill, which is actually a bakery, and they make some amazingly delicious cakes and cookies. And you can take them and buy them on your way out. We did our cakes and cookies at Baker's Hill, and then we head out to Butterfly Garden. As the name suggests, lots of butterflies here, but that's not all. They also have insects and bugs that people can see and touch. And they're also attached to a tribal village, and these tribals will actually put up a show for you. You can see how they live, you can talk to them, interact with them. And this evening we've actually come out to have dinner with some very, very interesting insects, which is fireflies. We've headed out about half an hour outside Palawan, and we've come to this whole area which is called Kitu, and I'll bring you more as we go through that experience. Typical sounds of the night, but look at the beautiful way in which these guys have made this place. There are these nice bulbs, and we're actually walking over a ramp just like the one we have back at our hotel, and it's taking us to the boats. Just look at this. It's just awesome. And these are going to be the boats. As you've seen before, the boats. Guys, I cannot tell you how enchanting this whole experience was. They took us through this very, very quiet, no current kind of a river, and it gets extremely dark at one point in time, and we are just flowing with the river, and these fireflies suddenly emerge. So they're not millions and millions of them as is shown in the pictures, but there are certain trees, and each tree can have up to like 300 to 500 and maybe more, because they don't glow all the time. They just keep blinking and twinkling like stars. And when you actually get confronted with something like that, it is such a beautiful feeling, and I can't describe. I couldn't shoot because the light wasn't sufficient, but I'm trying to capture the raw emotion as soon as I'm off my boat. And these are the guys who actually make this happen every now and then, maybe about 20-50 times a day, 365 days a year. Guys, wave out to No U-Turn to all our watchers out there. Okay, so it's a nice sunny morning and we have set out today for an all-day excursion to Honda Bay. Now, Honda Bay, as the name suggests, is nothing to do with Honda, but Hundu actually means deep waters, and that's what this island is all about. It has some very deep sides to it and not so deep sides to it, and there is about 3 other islands that we are going to go to. It's going to be an exciting day, and as it unfolds, we'll bring you more and more on No U-Turn. So stay tuned. So the important thing about Honda Bay is once you set out, this format is a little different. While our guide is setting up the boat for us, we have to get our swimming gear together. So we have already, as you see, we're already in our swimming avatar, and we have our snorkeling masks with us. We got our water with us, very, very essential, because you can't really depend on the water that you get up there on the islands. The food on the islands is amazing. They give you, if you're a non-vegetarian and if you're a seafoodie like us, I think there's nothing more that you could ask for. The food on the islands is awesome. They put up a lot of prawns and seashells and fish and chicken and pork and lots of other stuff, but very, very traditionally cooked in the Filipino way. And that's what we're here to experience, and stay tuned and we'll get you more as we go through this day. Okay, so we have set sail off to Honda Bay. The waters as usual are turquoise. Reshma's enjoying our view. The boats are more or less the same. I call them the spider boats because they have this kind of extended arm around it, and that's the kind of balancers that they have so that the boats don't go over. Alright, we are on the Honda Bay tour. This is stop number 2 and we are on Luli Island. Stop number 1 was an amazing snorkeling that we did. Look at this sand structure. It is huge for scale. Reshma is standing right next to it, and of course it's Palawan written on it. Amazing sand castle. And this is an island, the only island along the Honda Bay which actually sinks and rises with the tides. So they've made plenty of arrangements for tourists like us. So here are some swings that they put in. There is so here you see this gradient of the tide coming in or going out, and outside of that they have the small swimming area around the place. So let's take a look. These flags are also extremely unique to this Luli Island. We're back at the Baywalk in the night, and now it's all filled up with so many stalls, so many eateries, and we're going to take you through this. Whenever I come to the Philippines, I always go through this experience, which is having the quack quack and the fish bowls. And here it is. These are the fish balls. They're on a stick. This is the chicken intestine. This is the sausage. And this is the quack quack. And right here are these bowls which will have the spicy sauce and the sweet sauce. And all you got to do is pick them up and dip them in and have them. Okay, so this is what I've taken. One dip here. Second dip here. And it's ready to go straight in. And now I go for the quack quack. Dip here. Dip here. When you're in Palawan, this is the place to visit, Tiki Bar.
Good morning.
So with this snorkeling clip, we are ending the 3-part series of Philippines travels. This is No U-Turn, our channel that brings to you our travels and lifestyle experiences. If you haven't already, do subscribe and be updated with all that we post on YouTube. Thank you for watching. We hope you liked the video. Make sure you leave your comments and let us know if there's any other place that you would want us to cover for you. Signing off. See you in the next video.